This is the Brick Commentary Central. You're listening to the BCC Podcast. It is Wednesday, April 27th of 2022, and you're listening to episode 304 of the BCC Podcast. I'm LQ. Joining me today is Ford.
Allergy season is in full swing and I hate it.
Yeah, I keep getting pollen alerts, so I actually feel fine. I haven't been taking anything.
I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it this week, but it's not too bad, so
It
hopefully it'll be a little bit.
Winter.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be a milder spring than last year,
think
but
so.
yeah. Winter is definitely just trying to stay around for godly
the
amount of
wind
time.
has been
Just
so
like Ezra
cold.
Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Also Mace
Hello, everybody.
and Orion.
Oh man.
So-
Dang it, I forgot what I was gonna say. Like follow up with oh man. Like what horrible thing will I follow oh man up with? And then it just like brain went dead. It's like no. Oh man, no, everything's great. Everything's going groovy.
That's not what your Twitter said.
Well, as you know, Liam, there's a disparity between what people say on Twitter and what they do in the real world.
That's the problem with Twitter, yeah.
But it's the online public square.
Oh yeah,
Of course
no,
it's
so-
real.
The Joe Rogan. Also, there's the great Joe Rogan clip where he's actually live on a podcast when he gets the news that Elon bought Twitter, and he goes like nuts. It's so good. He's like, he does like the most
Well, wait, how much-
face ever. Like,
Yeah, how much DMT was he on at the time?
I don't know. He probably got on a lot more after that. But yeah, he has like oh man, that's crazy. Wow. Jamie, pull that up. That's crazy.
That's such a good impression.
Can you believe that?
Guys, Jamie just faded. It's crazy.
I'm sure. These are interesting times.
I mean, not a lot on Twitter is going to change. We're gonna get an edit button. We'll actually have like encrypted DMs.
A timed edit button.
Yeah, the thing is, people were freaking out about the edit button, and like, if you're really stupid, you probably would have a right to freak out because it's like, well, what if you have a viral tweet and it has like 100K retweets and likes, and then you just edit it to say the N-word? It's like, no, are you actually stupid? It would basically, my version of the edit button would not be nothing more than like predictive text where you could go in and correct grammar and typos. Like you couldn't just. Like that's not going to happen where you just have totally
Plus,
free
you
editing.
can just allow us to see previous versions.
Yeah, that too as well.
No, I'm hoping for a dislike button.
Well, they did roll
yeah.
out a dislike button actually for a little bit.
Did they? I was not.
Yeah,
around
you were
for
just,
that.
but it was like a Reddit, so it wasn't dislike; it was a downvote. Which I don't know. I like dislike better. Downvote sounds childish. Dislike sounds more mature. Like
Yep.
I don't like your opinion. I'm downvoting that. I don't. Instead of like I disagree, it's like I downvote that. No.
See, I like
Bad take,
getting
dude.
dislikes even on stuff like I like getting dislikes on our own videos, and I don't like how they took
it's
it
still
away.
engagement. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, to be honest, it's like it. It tells a story too, as well. Like even if you're proud of what you've made, it still is kind of cool to like you can actually like publicly engage with negativity, which is kind of a lost art, honestly.
See, the main thing I'm hoping it changes as well, and we've already kind of been seeing this, is it's going to bring back some of the people that just kind of like left in despair. Because the main issue with the Twitter was for like the last year why I've been gone. I'm still not sure I'm going to be back full time.
I wouldn't get back still. Like if I could, I would just delete all my social
And
media.
there's something to what you're
Wait,
saying
Orion,
though.
if
Like
you could,
a lot of
you can.
I can't. I talked.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I went back
Yeah.
on Twitter, and a lot of people that I was following that either got like banned or left the platform because it was just so awful. They're coming back already.
The thing is that like
It's like
regardless,
nature has returned. Spring
Well,
is here.
regardless of like what the sanctions on social media are. It's an inherently unhealthy. Sorry, not healthy. It's an inherently unhealthy thing to engage with, like, to the degree that most people do, like
Oh, yeah.
incredibly unhealthy. So no matter what the rules and regulations are, if there aren't any or if there are too many, it's always going to be toxic because it is
I do believe there are good ways to use it if people regulate themselves.
Sure, but I think most things that you can do online through social media, you can do much better through just like real life interactions, and it probably would be healthier if you had more real life interactions than online ones.
I mean,
For
yes,
most
that's also
people.
true, but for me, it like social media never stopped like real life interactions. Like I never chose
Yeah.
to be on social media over doing stuff in person.
Although
Yeah.
you did start to like complain about the uptick in negative news, like
Yeah, that's something. Well, that's another reason why I
'cause-
say I might come
'cause,
back is because that is another thing they're changing is the features and the algorithms.
I mean that might be nice. I don't know how much you can change that though, because I
They're
don't
it's
think
going
like
open source is the main thing, and which means they're no longer going to be able to like hide biases in them.
well, I'm not necessarily when I talk about like negative news, I just mean like most media companies, right, left, whatever. It's all kind of like about outrage and stirring up as much reaction stuff as
Well,
possible.
that depends on who
Changing
you
Twitter
follow.
won't really change that. No, I've just found broadly that's kind of what it
I mean,
is.
you
So it's
don't
like,
dive very deep into the political sphere of that kind of stuff.
I suppose not. But then again, that does
If
kind
you
of
go
show
for
up
the
just on a
really mainstream
surface
stuff, yeah,
level.
it's that way, but I
I
don't.
don't go for just the mainstream stuff. Liam thinks I'm out here like sipping on my veggie juice, watching CNN and Fox News back to back.
It's not quite what I mean
It's
either,
not what he was
but
saying.
we're
no.
going really far off.
Yeah.
Point is, it is changing, and I might post on Twitter more because of that, because I do want some social media, not as a primary method of communication, but there are certain things you want to get out there as announcements and reach a
Sure.
broader audience, which you can't do like on Discord.
What about Truth Social though, Liam? I mean, that sounds kind of like it's right up your
I don't want social media just for
What?
politics.
Watch as Elon Musk accidentally just kneecapped Donald Trump's campaign for 2024.
Well,
Because
mean,
I'm actually
Truth Social has already overtaken Twitter on downloads.
it's not it's yeah, but that's
It's a
it,
very
it'll
short thing.
last.
The issue with those
Yeah.
statistics is everyone already downloaded Twitter.
True.
And
True.
with Musk here, I have to agree. Truth Social is
It's an awful name.
It is a bad name.
That sounds like it sounds like Trump got that from like Ben Shapiro. Like, Ben, what do you think we should call this? Oh yeah, it has to be it's for the truth. Yeah, Truth Social.
All right.
That's the
Well,
truth
we are
social.
going way off topic here. Let's try and reel it in and talk about the Muppets.
I wonder what Kermit the Frog thinks of Truth Social and Elon Musk buying Twitter. Oh yeah, wait, I have to like hone in my Jordan Peterson impression.
I think they should have called it Trumpet. Hey, Fozzie. What do you think, Fozzie?
This episode is. Let's try and save it.
Oh, that's not possible.
It could be. It's theoretical. It's necessary.
It's theoretical.
necessary.
It's necessary. It's the
It's
Muppets.
theoretically necessary.
So, I thought we talked about these a long time ago, but apparently didn't. They leaked so long before
they waited.
released them.
They sat on these.
I
way
thought they'd
too long.
come out already. Actually,
They did.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were
okay.
in Target, but they weren't supposed to be.
Yeah, they were being sold in a bunch of Targets and then not, but then they were because they were revealed again. It's weird.
I'm not sure how I feel about the Kermit.
Yeah.
Something about the fan makes me think. I don't know. Like,
That's a rainbow.
No, his collar, the thing that he wears.
Oh,
okay.
I was wondering what the fan was too. I assumed
thought
it
he
must
meant
be
like
the rain.
fan is yeah.
No, it just
I don't know. That seems right. I think the mouth is open a little bit wide.
maybe like the head is just shaped a little too wrong. I think. Like Kermit,
Maybe it
would have been
I could see it looking better in person, though. Honestly.
Yeah, I guess so. It's
he's
like
also
it
a tiny bit huge.
Yeah, it's like a little disproportionate.
That was always going to be the issue with Kermit. Lanky figures in Lego is hard.
Yeah, this is like buff Kermit, honestly. Like,
You get Chad Kermit.
are you sure Kermit doesn't have like an eating problem, like anorexia
Also,
caused by the stress of running the Muppet Show?
This you don't know if it's realized. This is a Lego Banjo.
Yes.
Can we get a close look at the Banjo?
Here, you zoom
It
in on
is
it
indeed.
yourself.
Can we pull that up?
I've got a bigger picture of Kermit here, but
Okay.
let me see if I can get one like an actual
okay.
image because the one I have of all the minifigures is not.
So is it one piece?
Yeah, it's one piece. It's a new piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's not stickers?
Yeah,
right?
we don't have.
It's a print.
It's a print.
Yeah, only prints on
Dang, that's
minifigs.
kind of cool. Although I am a little disappointed that it's like looks like a metal banjo. Would have been cool to have a more like a traditional wooden looking banjo.
I mean, isn't that this is how Kermit's Banjo normally looks, isn't it? There we go. There's a zoomed in.
From the first Muppet movie, is it?
I think so.
I thought he had like a wooden banjo.
Let me double check, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't that long ago.
Because I saw it like 2 years ago last.
I saw it a month ago and I can't remember.
I'm not sure if this is from. I think this one is from. This picture I got here is from the Muppet movie. I'll post it just a moment.
Not
that one I
really all
posted.
that close.
It's I don't know.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
The main reason I'm wishing that it was
This this image I'm posting now. That last one was from like a museum. This image.
I feel like the issue is that it's
too
kind of got this
monochrome.
sort of like boxy look, whereas a banjo should be perfectly round.
I don't mind the shape of it or anything. But
I think it looks pretty close.
It looks okay. It
Agreed.
looks
I
okay.
just wish it was browner, and I'm just saying that because I'm thinking of like versatility with using it on other.
they're
pieces
definitely
and
gonna
stuff.
make. They're definitely
they'll
gonna
make more?
recolor this. Oh, definitely.
Okay.
See, I had a
You
friend
can't just
once
put
that
out
owned
a
a
banjo
banjo
and
that
not do
looked
that.
just like this too. So maybe I'm skewed on it.
Okay.
It looked like the minifigure one or the Kermit one.
The minifigure. It was silver.
Both? No. Oh,
That's
okay.
the thing.
That just seems weird to me. That's like uncanny. All banjos should be wooden and a little beaten up looking. Like none
I mean,
of this.
a banjo
none of
is
this,
a very
like,
metallic instrument, though.
It has that sound about it.
Yeah, is it a metallic instrument?
It's a very metallic sounding instrument.
It has,
No,
yeah,
but,
it
like,
has
is
that
it,
sort
like,
of deep
inherently
sound.
metallic?
I mean, technically, any string instrument is inherently metallic to a point.
Okay, I haven't seen like banjo up close in a long time. Maybe they are made of like metal around the base
Well,
and stuff.
a lot of instruments just are made of some kind of metal
Yeah.
at some point.
Well, I assumed it was
So-
similar to a guitar, sort of.
I really want to hear your
Banjos
thoughts on
definitely
steel
has more
drums.
metal than guitar.
Okay.
Now, I know sometimes instead of silver, it'll have like a brass color for those portions of it.
Okay, yeah.
Would you want to see a wooden version of the steel drum, Orion?
Wait.
Also,
what?
if anyone listening is actually like, keen on musical terms, we're probably using them all wrong.
Yeah. Okay. See, look, this is a lot more like what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, this is a lot. Ugh.
So
Disgusting.
yeah, let me post these.
Underside. Yuck.
I actually like
It's
the
fine.
black
Oh,
and
is that an
white
underside?
one more.
No. This looks like those little like $5 popcorn tin things you put over a campfire and then it blows up and all the
Oh, yeah?
popcorn gets big in the tinfoil. It looks like that. Terrible design. Not like it doesn't look
Yeah,
twangy
for
or
reference
rusty.
on the audience, there's the one I was talking about, the black and silver one, and Orion more so likes this wood grain banjo.
Yes, that's more. See, look, you wouldn't catch Arthur Morgan using that black one in Red Dead 2. He'd be using that's an Arthur Morgan one right there.
And I'm
Much more
pretty sure
pleasing.
it's very historical for banjos to look like this. And if
No.
you look them up, like
I am a science denier, history denier.
Also,
no.
unlike Arthur Morgan, Kermit is real.
Dang it, why? Not to me.
But you can't refute that.
No, look,
Kermit
Arthur
is
Morgan's
real.
real. Look, he's right there in that picture. Look, he's just older. Yeah. No, wait, Arthur Morgan's real. Have you seen that video of him with the jelly beans? He's real. He's a little. I don't know. Yeah, he's real.
I got some jelly beans.
I mean, overall, like schematics aside, I mean that's kind of cool that they made the piece. Like for sure, though, that's neat. I just wish it was like more. I don't know, quote unquote traditional looking or whatever, because that's like my stereotypical.
See, that is the traditional banjo to me.
Different walks of life. Okay.
I'm sorry, Ryan. I just can't support that mindset.
Different walks of life. Liam does not like people who come from different backgrounds at all, especially from different countries.
You say that, and like 3 of my siblings are not from America.
Well, he's indoctrinating them. Don't worry. They'll be.
Also, I like how YouTube is saying we can currently have 0 viewers yet again as we are getting comments in the live chat.
No, so
They're
I
ghosts.
think YouTube streaming feature has actually gotten much worse.
It has.
Yes.
Because I was doing some practice streams for something, and it looks like garbage. And then I was doing practice streams over on Twitch, and it like I can actually use the full capacity of the DSLR and everything. It's like super flawless looking 4K stuff. So it's like, why is it prehistoric? Why is it so bad?
It's like it's very hard to even find out you're streaming on YouTube. It's so needlessly complex.
Well, I mean, like especially like the whole like if you want to just start a stream, it's like so antiquated looking. The whole just the setup for it. It's just like no options at all. Ugh.
All right, but let's move on with the Muppets here. So next,
What is that? A
up,
banana? I don't think that looks like a good banana on Fozzie.
we
need
just
to zoom in
started
on
with
that.
Kermit naturally. You guys have the Bricklink list I sent. Let's go down from here. Let's go to Rolf.
Oh, fine. Okay. Let me find something to complain about. He doesn't look at all like a dog.
I think Rolf looks pretty spot on.
It actually, the one thing I do have to complain about is if you look at it from a certain way, the like the little, I don't know what they're called, the little fur tufts on the printing, it looks like he's just covered in mud.
I guess so. I mean,
looks horribly
that means that you
filthy.
could use that body for like a mud-covered minifigure if you want.
Yeah, like if you just if you took the head off and put another minifigure's head on, it would just look like a really filthy minifigure.
Oh, also, as soon as I mentioned that thing with the viewers, we immediately jumped up.
They hurt us.
Very nice.
But
How many do we have now? 2?
3.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Yeah,
3.
you better look. Okay, guys, don't be watching our own streams. Come on.
I mean,
Are
I
you-
think Leo is listening when he's doing homework because he's
Oh, that's
not.
Leo.
He's doing homework instead of appearing on the episode,
Mm,
but he's listening
Leo.
to the episode.
Nerd.
He's doing
I
his
don't
part.
know. He might just be posting gifs in our chat as we talk. I don't know. Either
think
way,
the-
it doesn't sound like homework.
The
Yeah.
head on Rolf looks good.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Does he come with an accessory?
Yeah, he comes with the music sheet and the bust there.
It is
Oh, yeah.
Ludwig
Wait, he
van
comes with a
Beethoven.
bust?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
which is actually that's a very nice print overall because you
For the
can use
bust.
this as like an accessory in so many builds.
Yes, finally I can make the ghost of the Beethoven.
Well, I was thinking of using it as a bust still or a statue, but you do you.
Well, I mean, it's got like a closed eyes and open eyes.
I don't
you know?
really like the music sheet being printed on like the book
Wait,
cover.
you do know this is a double-sided head, right?
I do not know that.
Oh yeah.
For the bust? Okay.
Yeah,
Does it have like a frowny face?
it's like one with
bust
closed eyes, like kind of like it's sleeping, and then another with the
Oh.
open eyes.
I'm
which you
guessing
see
that's
here.
referencing a sketch that I don't know about.
What,
I have no idea.
Is there like does Rolf like?
I mean,
have a
I've watched
bust in
a
the
decent
Muppets?
amount of the Muppet Show, the first couple seasons at least, and I don't recall that. Though honestly, I really like the Muppets. Some of the show though can get really boring, so you just zone out.
I've
all the
never
musical,
really...
all the stuff with like the
Okay.
actors is bad.
Yeah, it
Everything
is.
with, like, the
You've got a few good sketches, like you know, like I like the Dr. Bob sketches normally, Pigs in Space.
The Elton John one was kind of solid, I thought.
I think I saw that one, but I don't remember too much about it.
I know the only other one that I really remember a lot of from is the one where they had Bob Hope on. It's like one of the worst episodes I've ever
I
seen in my
do
entire
recall
life.
Oh,
seeing
no.
that, and nothing stands out. It's been like
It's so
4 or 5
bad.
years since I saw them now. I watched a couple recently since the newer seasons came on Disney Plus, ones that were never on DVD. So I think I watched like
Well,
the Mark Hamill one.
What
Ooh,
was the
nice.
what was the thing where like you could only own the first 3
Yeah,
on
only the first
DVD?
3 came out on DVD, and a lot more was cut. They got a lot more of the music back on Disney Plus. Though, come to think of it, we
So,
probably didn't care about those cut scenes.
well, but were there were more than 3 seasons though, right?
There were 5 or 6 seasons overall.
Okay, are those are available now or not? I don't know because I don't know if I ever saw past season 3 then.
Yeah, you probably didn't because they're really hard to get a hold of except for pirating, which you might have pirated them originally anyways.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm wondering, I want to watch some of the later seasons because I'm wondering if they kind of get into their stride more so in the later seasons. Because I like all the movies. Like, there's not really a Muppet movie I can think of that one of the main ones that I dislike.
Muppets Take Manhattan's pretty bad.
Oh, yeah, that one is pretty bad. I feel like we should do a sync watch or something or that at some point, though, because I feel like we could get some, like, some
Is
humor
Muppet
out of.
Muppets Take Manhattan? Is that the one with like the like there's a diamond heist or something?
No,
right?
that is the Great Muppet Caper.
Okay, so I must really not remember much from that other than not liking it.
The Great Muppet
The-
Caper.
No,
Oh, the
Muppets Take Manhattan.
That's the one where they try and start a Broadway show, and then like Kermit cheats on Miss Piggy, and
I mean,
I think
would.
Rizzo was introduced in that movie.
Rizzo. That's of course Manhattan. Rizzo's first introduction. Very
I
fitting.
remember like me and Kevin were talking about this the other night, and I think he
Mhm.
said maybe Rizzo appeared in the later seasons of the Muppet Show. You know, it's not
I
on
don't
Disney
think
Plus
so.
show still, and it's really hard to find. There's another Muppet Show called Muppets Tonight, which is like the
I've
series
heard of
that was the precursor to Muppets from Space.
So wait, as in precursor, it's a prequel to, or
It
it's
kind
just
of, because they reference it right at the beginning of Muppets from Space. You know
canonically?
that one like Muppet with the long purplish face and like the dreadlock looking stuff that's in it? That's like in no other
Oh,
movie. He was the host of Muppets
yeah.
Tonight.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
Muppets
why
has some
isn't
deep
Kermit
lore.
the host of
I don't
Muppets
know.
Tonight?
Like Muppets Tonight's not in the Muppet Theater. It's like a TV station. Maybe it's really bad, but that's also where Pepe was introduced.
The frog?
That's
The
so, like,
shrimp.
I must
King
have watched
Frog.
Muppets from Space way more frequently than any of the Muppet.
I really
like,
love
TV
Muppets from
show.
Space.
So I just thought Pepe was like a mainstay in the whole.
So did
and
I,
of
because
course,
Pepe. Well,
a
when
very
we were
merry
growing up,
Muppet.
Pepe was like one of their main Muppets because they had like the
Yeah.
web clips and stuff coming out then, and Pepe was
Yeah.
one of the headliners for those. He's kind of fading
Oh,
into
yeah.
obscurity again these days.
Pepe's a cool.
Well, I mean, he
Muppet.
did star in the Haunted Mansion thing. He
Oh,
was
I
the main
never did see
character
that.
in
Was
the
that any good?
ABC show. No, it wasn't.
Oh,
It
see,
was free, and it wasn't worth the price.
because yeah, I think I watched one of the Muppets now. No, I didn't even. I saw bits of it. It's awful. Then I watched the Muppets NBC a bit since then, and it looks a lot better in comparison to Muppets now, and that's saying something because that's not a good show either.
And Pepe was in that one
Okay.
and the other one you mentioned,
Well, no,
and
Pepe's
the Wizard
best
of Oz.
performance was as the foot massaging simp in A Very Merry Muppet Christmas.
He was in that
Where
one too.
he literally sells out the Muppets and basically almost gets Kermit to kill himself just so he can, like, I don't know, rub essential oils onto this banker lady's feet or
That
something.
made me
What a
so
wild
uncomfortable.
movie. It's so good.
He's also a simp in the Haunted Mansion, if that helps.
He like Lust Pepe. It's so just a bizarre film. Probably my favorite Muppet movie. Just for
Yeah, I will take
Don't
something back
they
about the
trank?
NBC Muppets. There are actually some really good parts in it, but they fill in with like all the drama stuff is so awful. Like the
I
C
don't-
plots are usually pretty alright in the NBC Muppets.
How do you mess up the
And you
Office
do mean
but
ABC,
Muppets?
correct?
I don't
how
know
do you
because there
mess
is a
that
lot
up?
of potential. Like when I watched it, but like anything with like Kermit and Miss Piggy is pretty awful. But then there's like a side plot in this one episode where like Scooter and Rizzo, like Rizzo backs his car into Scooter, so then he like basically like sells it to a chop shop run by his cousin.
Like, all the dynamics are there. Like the hard parts are done. Like
Scooter's probably the most hilarious in that too, because like he just was like completely passive aggressive to his mom's boyfriend the entire time. Just like constantly bringing it up in every situation.
I mean that's a good bit.
It is. Really There's some good bits in there, but it's just like the drama's so awful, and like some of the guest stars are so awkward. There is actually one. The one that was good. The guy that plays Ron Swanson is in one episode. He was actually pretty funny in it.
Wait, Kronk is
Nick Offerman.
That's Kronk, right?
No.
Oh,
that's Patrick Warburton. You're thinking. I don't know if he ever appeared.
Doesn't Patrick Warburton play Swanson in Family Guy? Joe Swanson?
No, Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec.
Him.
Yes.
Okay. The guy who's like way taller than you think he is.
Yeah, him.
The large. Yeah,
that was another actually good subplot in that one. Was like, there's this other drama going on where Fozzie, like Kermit, accidentally convinces Fozzie to like go and try and sell a script to a movie, so he quits his job. But then,
Fozzie opens up a Patreon for his stand-up.
Then he brings Ron Swanson. I forget who the actor's name is because the actors are all playing themselves. Nick Offerman, yes. And so he brings him on, and Kermit's like, "Hey, look, really, we owe you one for this." And he's like, "All right." And then he like wants Kermit to buy him an espresso machine.
Nick Offerman wants Kermit to buy.
And then he's like, Kermit's like, "Hey, that was just kind of a figure of speech. Are you sure you really want that?" He's like, "You're right. Let me think about it." And he comes back and wants Kermit to buy him a boat. So there is actually some gems in the NBC one,
but that's legitimately a funny idea. Honestly,
you do mean ABC,
like a surreal thing.
ABC, sorry, yes. Why does NBC?
I didn't want to say anything, but
because I think The Office.
First up at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Hannibal. Then Muppets. Following afterwards.
Well, no, there is some really weirdly adult jokes in it too, which are. It's not anything like worse than you'd find The Office or Parks and Rec. It just feels worse because it's the Muppets.
Does Miss Piggy like threaten to start an OnlyFans or something?
There's stuff that alludes to that.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't think it would do very well, to be honest with you.
I don't think it did.
No, the show it performed really horribly. But
yeah, I meant Miss Piggy's OnlyFans.
We're moving on from that, Ryan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about the next minifigure here, because we've gotten through 2. Actually, this might be one of my favorite, the Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Here's my thing to complain about. I'm immediately mad because I know for a fact that it's not glow-in-the-dark, and it looks like he should be like a glow-in-the-dark minifigure.
Why would that? You could almost like explain that to make sense with him, too.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But no, that's just the spring green. But no, I like this figure.
Simple.
I don't have too much like knowledge on the Muppets, really. Like, my mom likes Kermit the Frog. That's really it. I didn't really grow up watching the Muppets.
This is another one of the segments that could actually be good in the Muppet Show, was the Muppet Lab.
But yeah, so my only real like deep dive into the Muppets is Muppets Out of Context, watching it with you guys.
I don't recall ever watching Muppets Out of Context with you.
Well, we did.
I'm watching Sesame Street out of context.
But... Okay, well, we watched Muppets. We watched Muppets Out of Context, and there was one with his name's Dr. Honeydew, right?
Yep, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
With him, and he's just like holding like what looks to be a tortilla, and he just starts rubbing his face or rubbing it on his face. And he's just like, "Oh, my whole body's a quiver."
No, yes, I recall that one. No,
it's like every time I see this figure, it's just like whole body.
Yeah, again, that's why the Muppets should work today. It's like family-friendly SNL. It should work, you know, but they just can't get it.
Well, to work. Like I guess like people just can't write comedy anymore.
I guess.
People can't.
And I understand there's going to be a lot of.
The problem is not. It's not that they can't write comedy; it's that they can't write wholesome comedy.
Well,
from what I've seen,
No, they can't even write like unwholesome comedy.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, that
true.
too.
I mean,
It's-
I'm like, as someone who is a
Ugh.
huge Rick and Morty fan, it's like that's very unwholesome. It's like not funny at all.
Well, I
now.
mean, it's also Rick and Morty, and it's not that good.
Yeah,
so
I know. I'm just saying, like, even unwholesome comedy is suffering.
like for the record, Pickle
Don't say
Rick isn't
and
funny.
Morty.
Okay,
No,
it's not good.
No, I know it's not funny.
I fell asleep more times in that 20-minute episode than I did during Wonder Woman.
Look, the concept for the bit is funny. It's like he's a pickle, and
It's
then
not funny.
no, the bit is funny. He's a pickle.
Funniest
Like
thing
that's
I've ever
funny.
seen.
I'm
know
not laughing.
he's a pickle, and that's the whole episode. But it's not done in like a Seinfeld way. Because like if Seinfeld was like, "Oh, Jerry's a pickle now," but like that's funny.
No, Jerry would not be a pickle. It would be.
He'd
It
be
would
like
not be Jerry.
like an egg
No.
roll,
Be the
or
bald
something.
one.
I've actually watched like the first couple seasons of Seinfeld, and it's pretty good.
It
I
is
just did
good.
that recently.
Yes, it is.
It actually is. There's some really good humor.
No,
in
it would
there.
not be. It would not be
couldn't write
Costanza.
Seinfeld today.
Kramer
No,
would
you
be the
couldn't.
one to turn himself into a pickle. Okay, Kramer would be
Yeah.
the pickle. He'd be like,
Oh,
"Hey, Jerry, I'm a pickle now."
Kramer's
No,
so
that is
hilarious.
funny. That's
That
funny
would be-
though.
Now, that's funny, but like Rick and Morty pickle.
I think
He
actually the
turned-
pickle bit's not bad in the episode of Rick and Morty.
Well,
It's just everything
the
surrounding it is
therapist
awful.
part.
Yeah, the therapist
Well,
part.
they also like they have it's the bit, but then they don't even acknowledge that he's a pickle. Even,
Yeah.
but it's like that's the whole point is he's a pickle, and then they don't act like you could basically just have Rick shrink himself, and then there's no difference between him being a pickle.
Well,
and being
yeah,
small.
that's why it isn't
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I know, but like the concept of Rick as a pickle is funny.
You know,
No,
speaking of
no,
the
it
things that are
isn't.
funny, though, I think it's a kind of a joke that we miss out on because, you know, you're usually pretty young when you're introduced to the Muppets. But the fact that his
Yeah.
name is Bunsen Honeydew is really hilarious to me.
Well, isn't he just called Honeydew because he's like a honeydew melon?
Yes, but, you
That's-
know, it's like Bunsen because, you know, like the
Bunsen
stereotypical name
Burner.
would be to call him Dr. Bunsen Burner, but they don't go with that and just throw it for a loop.
I mean, I guess I've never actually like.
That's
is
what I
that a
mean, you don't actually
stereotype,
think about
Bunsen
it.
Burner?
Well, I mean, there's also his assistant Beaker. So
No, see, Beaker's funny though because a beaker is a scientific instrument, and
Well, so is a
Dr.
Bunsen
Benson
burner.
Honeydew-
so is a Bunsen burner.
Okay, but that's
Take
not
it from
why
the
his name is
scientist.
funny. That's not why his name is funny. Also, does Beaker have a last name? Because that's even more funny.
No, he
He doesn't.
doesn't.
Yeah, that's
he
he's
looks
like,
like
a
a beaker,
slave. He's
too.
like
He's
slave
shaped
beaker.
Let's
just
go.
like
We'll
one.
talk about the Beaker minifigure because Bunsen's accessory is just a printed.
Beaker.
It's an Erlenmeyer flask.
I love how
I was gonna say, is
Beaker's
that the right
minifigure-
name for it? But his Ford's answer made me think, you know, we just call it a beaker.
But
Oh,
Beaker's
it's a
default
flask. There's a difference.
expression is abject horror.
Yeah,
It always is.
yeah, that is a
He's-
really good head too. Beaker also works really well, I think.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, that
speaking,
looks
you know,
good.
has anyone else ever like freaked out when Beaker gets picked up and his like body seems way larger than it should be in the show?
That always was very funny to me.
Mhm.
The
Now-
most cursed stuff is like when they show the Muppets' legs. Like when
Oh, you know
Kermit's
what?
on a
Also, is
bike
one of the
and
best
stuff.
pieces of Muppet media. I don't know that Ford or Orion know, as Mace knows. Muppet Vision 3D is really great.
I don't know what that is.
It's
Is
the
it a- is
it's
it a
the
game?
3D movie at Disney.
Oh,
Like they actually have like it's the Muppet Theater going. They have like Waldorf and Stetler animatronics up in one of the booths, and like Rizzo tries to dress up as Mickey Mouse and scam the tourists.
Hmm.
You know, I know that so well. I don't know if Mace likes it as much as I do, but I really like it.
I thought it was nice. So I would guess not as much as you do, but
But I quote that all the time, and people don't even realize it. I think like it's a glorious 3-hour finale.
yeah. Damn the eagle. He's such
Yep,
a
and then
Chad.
Kermit's like, "You got a minute and a half." Oh yeah, it's called. And he's like, we got a brilliant fireworks show prepared by Sam Eagle. Yes, it's called A Salute to All Nations, but mostly America.
Classic.
You know, if you're ever at Hollywood Studios, I very much recommend checking out Muppet Vision 3D. It's
And
got a very nice
don't
queue too.
go anywhere else in that area.
If you're there, go see that and then commit arson. In Minecraft, I'm joking, obviously.
Beaker's
disavow?
accessory is pretty lame,
Disavow.
though, also, so...
So wait, Beaker's
Beaker's so good,
accessory
though.
should be a melon. Because Benson's is a, or his should be a burner or
That's
whatever.
true, it could be that.
They would
Or
never
a
make that.
melon.
They would never make that.
He will never hold a melon. He's holding a melon? No, Benson and Beaker, they will never experiment on things together.
Moving forward, though, we have Gonzo. I really like this one, too, actually.
He
I think
looks
this one turned out really good.
doped up, though. I'm not sure about this.
He always does.
This is like a very classic Gonzo shirt. The chili pepper?
No, his expression looks
it's-
very faded.
Like,
He's very crossfaded.
Oh,
he definitely
oh,
has
I
that
see
like
what you mean,
whoa
more so
kinda
now.
look.
Oh, yeah, that is
And see, they have
totally...
his wife with him.
The creature is docile.
That's always such a weird thing in the Muppets. Like, what exactly is the relation Gonzo and the chicken? Because it's never quite consistent.
No, but his interest in the chicken is never platonic.
Never?
It might be sometimes.
Maybe sometimes, but usually not. Usually not.
What is with his fashion though? Like he looks like he just got off the strip in Vegas or something. Like insane. What a freak, a sicko. Look at him.
I mean, that is the point of the character, though. He is a freak
What a
sicko.
sick person.
He's a freak
See,
sicko.
Gonzo is what
masochist.
Leo would be if Leo didn't have parental guidance growing up.
He looks like someone threw salsa up all over him or something.
Oh man.
But no, I really like that. Also, new mid legs for him, so that's pretty cool.
They're not very versatile, but
I'm trying to
Yes.
think of where Gonzo actually wears this shirt. Does he wear it in Muppets from Space?
I'd like to think that Lego is just make this. Like they have no reference for it. They just just make this shirt.
Oh no, he wears like
This
he
is
wears
what-
a
this is what
different
the-
orange shirt in Muppets
This is
from
what the
Space.
CEO
Also,
of
no.
Lego dresses like.
You know what? I think how they settled on this design.
How?
So go up and pull up Gonzo on Wikipedia.
oh no.
Gonzo,
no.
Gonzo clean.
Just pull
Okay,
up Gonzo on
Gon-
Wikipedia. They literally.
Oh, I have to go
It's
I do have-
essentially the first image.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously.
oh.
Pants and everything.
Yeah, it is.
Does that ever appear?
Oh my goodness, they
Anywhere?
got the tie and everything.
Also,
This
I'm
is the-
removing
this is like-
going over the A-Fall round 3 from the title of this episode because we're never ever going to get to that.
There's
Also, who
huge
cares?
Tim Allen vibes from this.
Yeah.
Also, I never realized that Goners. I never realized that Gonzo's like inner eyelid is green.
The colors aren't always completely consistent over the years. Gonzo actually changes a lot from the early Muppet Show.
Do you think Gonzo
Even personality-wise,
abuses
too.
substances
Oh, definitely.
for like his
Gleefully.
who's more depressed, Kermit or Gonzo?
I don't think Gonzo is actually capable of being depressed.
So
Because he's
Kermit
on
then.
so much Valium. Is that why? Is Gonzo like trying to push his
I don't know. I don't think
drugs on
Gonzo
Kermit?
needs. I don't think Gonzo needs substances. I think he was just, born like that.
I think he's
Yeah.
an adrenaline junkie more
Well, you
than
know,
anything.
you do know that schizophrenics are born like that and you use medications, right?
Yeah,
Gonzo isn't Gonzo schizophrenic?
probably.
No. I think he's...
Also, yeah, here is
like a
season 1
sadist.
Gonzo, just for reference. You can see that he looked way worse
What?
back then.
Bro, what? I always
those were
remember
the bad years.
Gonzo
for
looks
him.
so much better in the movies than the TV
I know.
show. He looks like he's gone through the
I mean, if you think
ringer.
about it, the way
Oof,
basically
TV
the
shows.
puppets were really like scrapped together from whatever funds they could get back then. So,
He
and they didn't even
that-
know like which ones would be mains and not. But
That's
that
like Gonzo
looks
going
like,
back to civilization after his wife has left him with the car and the
No,
and
that's
the
Gonzo on
dog.
like his 9th cup of coffee, and it's 2 a.m.
but yeah, like he used to like he has like this yellowish effect to his beak later on that's not present at all back then. The eyelids are a different color.
I think that's like he started to eat better, and then the color, like he didn't have scurvy anymore, and then the pallor returned
Yeah,
to
he
his
had
beak.
jaundice back in the old
Jaundice.
days.
Oof. It's like this is what I had to do to turn my skin from
Ab-
yellow
and
to purple.
absolutely, like
He's just
no
a drunk
drip.
that wandered into the Muppet Theater and they gave him a job.
Absolutely no drip in that older Gonzo photo, though. Like,
It's
no,
true.
zero,
It
zero
looked like he
drip.
robbed a Victorian era little boy who was sickly.
And then he got whatever the little boy had too, as well.
Oh man.
All right, let's move on to Miss Piggy. Is it a hot take to say Miss Piggy's probably the least funny Muppet to me?
No, she's funny, but like as like the punching bag, pretty much.
I'm trying to think.
Like none of her jokes are good, but all the
Yeah.
jokes at her expense are
That's
good,
true.
especially like when Kermit's making fun of her weight or whatever.
Also, it's
Oh, yeah,
not a
that's-
hot take to say that Miss Piggy isn't funny. Everybody knows women aren't funny. Okay.
But she's not a woman; she's a pig, though.
Yeah,
There's a huge
He's
difference.
played by Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows women are funny.
I don't
For-
know. There
So
are
many people are gonna
funny
take you
women,
seriously.
Ford's just like ready to fight all women on this.
Dude,
I
there's
swear you're not funny.
there-
If you make me laugh, I will punch you.
There
I will
are
get
a lot of
physical.
writers that have a really hard time writing humorous female characters. There are a lot of things that do them right. Like a show I really like is The Middle, and like
That's
there's-
a good one.
yeah, like
That's,
Sue in The Middle is like one of the funniest characters on the show.
Well, like Pam in The Office and
Oh, yeah,
both Offices.
Pam is good
pretty
at. She's a very different type of funny where it's more, Pam you don't laugh at as much.
it's very subdued.
Erin in The Office though is also
Yeah.
another funny one. I like her.
Yeah.
But like with Miss
I don't
Piggy,
know.
especially modern interpretations, they try and like take her a bit too seriously.
Well, she's
I
too
feel.
she's too like girl boss as they go on.
Mhm.
She's too much of a girl
Mhm.
boss, and it doesn't fit. It doesn't work.
But the minifigure is fine, I guess. Miss Piggy's hair is never consistent, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Mm. I kind of wish
because they're all
she was in her
wigs.
like Moulin Rouge outfit. That'd be an interesting variant for a minifigure.
She's also
Like,
very, very different in Muppet Season 1, but more so just in her personality, where she was way more, like, desperate for Kermit's attention all the time, and, like,
It's-
Kermit just
Mhm.
did not care at all.
Well, I think that's when the dynamic actually worked. It's when she started to just like not care about Kermit as much, but it's like she cares and then she doesn't care. I don't know.
Yeah.
They kind of fumbled the ball on like her with the Miss Piggy lore, I guess. I don't know.
Well, Muppets lore is really interesting, 'cause it has,
Consistency.
like, multiple layers of canon.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Fozzie here. It has the most boring
Ooh.
accessories, but the minifigure's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a
What's
good likeness.
the deal with bananas? You peel them and you eat them. What? Some people
sounds like
peel them
something
upside down. These wouldn't be around without bees. Do you think that the bananas would be around if we didn't pollinate them?
Fozzie also actually looked a lot rougher in the early seasons.
No,
of the
Fozzie
Muppets.
looks good rough though, like the struggling comedian. Like, you get the feeling that even employed, he does not get paid unless he cracks
Or
a
take a
good joke
shower.
or something. Like he has no like like he's paid by the bit and not actually just paid like everyone else.
I mean, yeah, this picture of him from season 1 is pretty hilarious.
Those cheeks.
But no, it's so much better when the whole thing is it's so ragtag. Like the thing in the earlier seasons was that the whole show was on the verge of collapse, basically, because like
And that was canon too.
yeah, it's
Also,
so good.
Master Oshawott makes a good point in chat where he said Miss Piggy is basically a Karen in modern Muppets, and that's very true, except they don't laugh at the Karen part of it enough.
There's not even like any good Miss Piggy Karen cringe. Like it's just
Mhm.
legitimate cringe.
That's what's the
honestly.
worst part about the Muppets. The
Cringe.
sitcom one is it's because
All
they
Karen,
really
no self-awareness.
Yeah, that's why like every
Yeah.
other part is better when Miss Piggy's not there.
Oof.
I
But yeah,
mean,
the Fozzie
it's
figure is
okay.
pretty good.
Fozzie
his-
himself was never funny, but it was always fun to see the old men bully him.
wonder-
Yeah, well, I think that was the point.
Is the hat detachable?
No,
The
it's not.
little-
Sadly, I
Oh,
wish it
man.
was. But yeah, no, that's fun. It's like I really like. I know not everyone loves it as much as I do. I really like the 2011 Muppets as well, and I love Fozzie's part in there. After they broke up, he's just struggling with this bootleg Muppet band, where they make his office in the
Yeah.
alleyway.
I'm still a big fan of malicious pickpocket Fozzie from the alternate timeline in the Christmas movie.
I like how
So
that's
good.
like your favorite one you reference the most, but it's probably like the least viewed Muppets movie ever.
It's the best
It
one.
just made it to Disney Plus.
Oh,
and
did
now
it
it's
make
your
it Disney
chance,
Plus now?
people.
I
So
bought it
many
on
people-
DVD already.
That movie, I could do like a whole, like if I had time, to prepare it. I could do like a
Didn't
whole
you talk about it
stand-up.
on Justin's podcast once?
I did, and I don't know. We haven't done that podcast in a really long time because I think Justin's gone down this route of being like too like objectively and like nitpicky and weird about movies, where it's like now I'm looking for a good vibe, really, pretty much. So the dynamic doesn't work as much. But I don't know. Yeah, we did talk about it. We talked about most of that. I thought that was a fairly decent
I wouldn't mind
podcast,
doing
but
an off-topic episode where we just review every Muppet movie. Might be a series.
I wouldn't mind brushing up on those.
There's some that I barely remember at all that I'm pretty sure are not good, like the Muppet Wizard of Oz direct-to-TV movie.
Mhm.
I remember
haven't-
seeing
I
it when I
remember
was
that.
young.
The one that I saw, not the most recent, but the one I have seen the least, or the one that I haven't seen since childhood, would be the Treasure Island one.
That's Leo's favorite.
That's a good one.
Well,
That's
yeah,
a good one.
obviously that one's Leo's favorite, of course.
I remember it being a
Also
bit
true.
Tim
boring as a
Curry.
kid. I probably need to revisit it.
The thing is, it's like the musical stuff is just always bad. It's like with
Leo
Phineas and
listens
Ferb
to that
too.
soundtrack so much.
It sucks. It's bad.
No, wait,
the
I did listen
opening
to
terrible
that
song
more
and the Tim
recently.
Curry
the
number
whole-
were good.
I remember Rizzo has like a subplot where he thinks it's a cruise.
I don't know. Maybe
No,
I'm
it's
just
where
like,
he sells it as where other rats sell it as a cruise
Okay.
and profit off of that.
no, it's the same thing.
Every
with,
other
like,
one but
the,
myself.
Phineas and Ferb. It's like the musical parts are like the worst bits.
In
I used to-
later Phineas and Ferb. Earlier ones were better.
It was always cringy because like whenever I did get to watch TV, which was rare, I would always shut it off when they would get to those parts because I was embarrassed. And then I would turn it back on when I thought they were finished. Like
The
it was
older
just too
Phineas and
creepy.
Ferb, like seasons 1 and 2 had good songs in it. It does get cringy as it goes on.
It's just
though.
like, who do they think they are? They're not songwriters. You guys aren't songwriters. The hubris. Who do you think you are?
They will never write song.
They will. She will never have squirrels in her pants.
I could go into that more, but I will resist. But yeah, we should review every single Muppet movie, because I'm sure there's some I missed out on. Obviously, I never even saw the Muppet Haunted Mansion. We'd have to go through and review that one as well.
One thing that's really unfortunate is the original puppeteer for Gonzo playing him clearly is too old to do the face movements and things
Oh, no.
anymore.
Oh yeah,
So his
that's...
mouth is kind of agape.
We
the
didn't talk
entire
about that when we were on
movie.
Kermit either. They replaced his voice actor, and Kermit's voice is awful now. Let's move
Was,
on to...
Oh yeah, that too.
Well, no,
That
wait.
too.
They replaced his voice actor because what
They
did
got
he
mad
demand-
at the guy that
Voice
played
actor
him.
objected to the things they had Kermit do.
Yeah,
in the
he didn't. He
80s
thought the
sitcom.
Muppets, the modern Muppets, were not good,
Oh.
and he was criticizing their writing, and they didn't like that.
I mean, like, he's not wrong though.
So they tried to bribe him into pretending like he quit. He refused, so they outright fired him.
Oh wow.
Now he's chilling with Matthew E. Wald.
And he still said like little kids came up to him at conventions, like, "Will you ever play Kermit again?" He's like, "Yeah, I definitely play Kermit again if they'd let me."
Aww,
He was
man.
also the voice of Rizzo, who has disappeared from the franchise.
Oh, I didn't realize
entirely.
that. Yeah, he did a lot of them actually, and because like he was one of the last people that were there that actually personally worked with Jim Henson.
Yeah, he was the one chosen by Jim Henson to take his place, and they fired him. Classic.
And they had massive success after all of that, right? The ABC series was a hit. It's like
The Muppets is only
the
gonna be
good
revived
ending.
at this point if like someone like an actual like good comedian writer like
Well,
it takes.
we
control of the
had
franchise.
that though with the Muppet movie that came
we
out,
did.
and then the second one. How do you squander that?
I don't know.
Like, that was the second chance, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, they
what
were like
happened?
riding high again. Like apparently though, Jason Segel, who really piloted that, just didn't want to continue onward after the first one.
I didn't like those movies much at all, but like they were like they had the I hate like the spirit of the originals or whatever, but
The
not everything can stay the
Most
same.
Wanted was not very good in comparison to the 2011 Muppet. I still
I mean,
really liked it.
Yeah, it was fun, and like on a technical level, it was really impressive too. Like more so,
They just
much
did
more
not
so
have
than
the writing talent, though. The Muppets Most Wanted actually is way better at everything they've done since, though.
Oh,
it's very true.
Yeah. Okay, and you know the guy that plays Kermit now was the guy that played Constantine in that movie.
Yep.
In movie.
In Muppets Most Wanted, the
he
evil
plays
doppelganger
the fake
Kermit.
Evil Kermit.
Oh,
yeah. And now he's the guy who they hired to play Kermit.
Oh man,
no self-awareness.
Wow.
All right, now let's move on to another figure though. We've got Animal here. I think it's turned out okay. It's again hard with a lankier figure to really bring it out, but I think they did pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm impressed with the
this is the best
drums
one so far.
Yeah.
That's the
I'm
best
impressed
one.
they got the full set. Well, not like a full set, but a pretty decent set of drums there. Like the fact that they could fit that in a blind bag.
How many people do you think Animal has killed and eaten?
Canonically,
10
I'm actually
men
sure
and 40 women.
There's
no
some
children?
He's got standards.
Well, yeah, like he'll only eat healthy children, obviously.
I'm actually surprised Animal has not been Me Too'd.
I mean, he is like easily the most problematic.
Well, maybe if the ABC series had really taken off,
they
would have
tried
happened.
to cancel Animal. That would have been huge. That would have been an awesome bit, honestly.
Yeah, you're talking about like if they put it into the show. If a good writer took hold of
we
the
should
Muppets.
have written the Muppets, man. Animal gets.
There's so much potential for the Muppets in the modern age. There's so.
I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you'd like it very much because it is like somewhat vulgar or whatever. But there's the Adult Swim show Smiling Friends, which was like a no budget show made by YouTubers, which got really viral and stuff. I like it quite a bit. But there's an episode where there's this washed up celebrity who's like a play on Kermit, but if Kermit was unhinged like Animal, and he's Mr. Frog, and his whole bit is that he's just this psychopath with no feelings or remorse, and he got canceled because he killed like this reporter or something. But he's basically immortal and invulnerable, and he will not stop at all. So like the whole thing is about rehabilitating Mr. Frog to get him back on the show, but he keeps like just gruesomely killing people with like no reaction at all. He feels nothing. It's a really great bit.
You know, think about though the original Muppet Show. There was some edgy stuff in there. Like they did not shy away from people just getting murdered. They didn't like make it graphic or anything, so it's still family friendly. But they had alcohol and drugs and
it's like classically edgy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the classic song "You and I and George." Doesn't George go in the river and drown himself?
Well, that's one of my favorite bit from
even?
season 1. It's "You and I and George."
Well, what is edgy now? Even
right? That's from like I was thinking for April Fool's Day, like what can I do? It's like a kind of a shock type edgier thing of like reality's beyond parody, so I really can't think of anything like anything else people think is serious.
You know what is edgy now? Is actually like just going overly wholesome.
Yeah.
Like a good. I keep saying bit. It's like my new
something.
thing. It's like a tick now. The bit. But a good bit to be edgy would be like you have this really, really wholesome episode, and then the bit in it, the joke is that like Kermit is like constantly stressing out that this isn't real or like it can't be sustainable. It's like something horrible is going to happen, and then like nothing happens and it's just really nice. But he's like constantly stressing out because like this is so.
It's like, wow, this Piggy's being reasonable.
Yeah, no,
Fozzie's doing well.
He like keeps expecting her to like hit him or abuse him or something, but she's just being really sweet and nice. And then at the end, it's like there's no twist or anything.
It just ends like that.
Yeah, it's like the end is just like, huh, I got it.
It's like ends like Kermit goes to his house, sits down in his armchair, just like staring at the wall, and it zooms out and fades to black.
It doesn't even zoom out. He stares at the wall, just dumbfounded, and then like there's quiet for like 15 seconds, and then it cuts to black in the credits. He's just alone in his office, just like it's like it's almost like a super sad ending in a way.
What song do we play in the credits?
No song, just dead silence. The credits
like,
roll.
Silent credits.
Screen credits. It's like
See, how can we come up with all these great ideas, but they can't?
yeah, that would rock. Because also that's the problem with TV now. It's too much like movies. When you have like a longer format, like 20 episodes, more cheaply produced, then you can actually have an upstage in the episodes. Like I was going through Mad Men recently, and there's like they'll do a whole season where it's like incredibly normal, like for the plot and everything, and then they'll do one episode where it like there's a whole musical number just like out of nowhere, and it's like really shocking to the main character, and it has like these broader like story implications and stuff. It's really interesting when you can like play with the medium because you have so much room or whatever. It doesn't have to be all plot focused.
I could say so much on that, but I feel like we'd go down such a rabbit hole with it. We still got more minifigures.
We should just like what you guys are like pitching a show to Netflix or something, aren't you? You and Leah or whatever. We need to like do a whole thing where it's like, look, Jason Sudeikis, he had his thing. Okay, here's the like. We'll go to Disney. Like, here's the new Muppets.
So for this next one, I'm really confused why I included it because I didn't even know her name was Janice.
Oh wait, is this?
Yeah, that seems like a wild.
And yet, Dr. Teeth is not included in this series.
No, yeah, this. Oh wait, how can you have? Wait, is it like?
Yeah,
isn't Janice like Dr. Teeth's side chick, basically?
According to the ABC's The Muppets, at one point, yes.
Yeah,
also true with Zoot and several of the others.
No. No, why? Okay, this is an anecdotal story with like nothing to do with the Muppets, but so I think Snoop Dogg was in a studio trying to like record like a song or something. It wasn't working, so he's sitting there and he's thinking, and he's thinking, and like several eyewitnesses say he said, "Bring in the women," and then there were just like they didn't even know they were there. There's like 8 girls that come in and they're just there, and I always thought she was kind of like that. So she's just there. I think that's Dr. Teeth. Dr. Teeth's like
she is not
bringing the women
like
and
mainstay. Maybe there's some like fan group or something. I don't think so. I mean, I know there's a large Zoot fan base out there, but
no, Zoot's cool. That's a good one.
It might have something to do with the new show coming out.
You know what they should have done?
Is there a new show coming out? Another one?
Oh. Yeah, about the band.
No, get the Phenomena guy.
Oh yeah,
they
that's
announced
true.
it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a month.
There's way too much to now. That's another issue with streamings now. Is the big thing is just announce and like cycle through as many shows as possible rather than actually just focusing on making a show successful.
That's true.
The thing is, like with Netflix, they want instant gratification. They're not willing to like entertain shows that keep long-term fans even if they aren't huge. So like long-term, that's horrible for your subscription service.
It's why Netflix is hemorrhaging money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think Netflix is really going anywhere, and
It might be.
And
Yeah.
it might be. I think there's a drop. There's a drop off.
And what else?
I mean,
unless they can start getting their original content good again.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
Kevin
Like
Spacey
the next season of Stranger Things, like it has to succeed. They put like what was it, like 30 or
is-
40 million
No,
dollars an
it's
episode?
30, yeah, it's 30 million per ep.
That's
I don't think it's gonna do
ridiculous.
as good as any of the other seasons because it's so out of the public consciousness.
Like, didn't they spend like less on Star Wars? On the
Hasn't it been
Mandalorian for that?
3 years?
No,
since-
Mandalorian's the same budget. Mandalorian's
Is
like
it?
250 million per
Yeah.
season or something
I
ridiculous.
don't know, I'm
like
just
that.
thinking like reach though. Like Star Wars is going to get a lot more reach than Stranger Things,
Not that
especially
I
right now.
want Star Wars to get more reach
Not
necessarily, but
not that I want that either.
I mean, I would if I had to get forced to watch anything, I would take The Mandalorian over Stranger Things, current Stranger Things.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on from Janice though, because there's really nothing interesting. It's not even a new piece. To Waldorf and
Yay.
Statler
Statler.
and Waldorf.
Hey,
Oh,
those
bros.
guys.
Statler.
These turned out really well. I like these. I can see these
Yeah.
being very sought after too.
Mm.
Boomers
Yeah.
love Statler and Waldorf.
Yep.
Mhm.
Accessories aren't that great, like the book laptop, and then also though it does remind me of did anyone else back in the day when the time before 2011's Muppets, where the Muppets like only existed as YouTubers for a while? Does anyone else
don't
remember that?
I wasn't there for that. No.
No.
Like my family loved those back. They delisted all the videos, so you have to find them bootleg now. But there's some really funny
interesting.
bits. And then, like at the end, like Statler and Waldorf would always like be shown like on their webcam watching the video and then leaving a comment on it.
Oh, hey, I remember that. That rings a bell.
What is with the? Was that like a heckler sign that?
It just says
that
ZZZ, so I don't know what it's
Yeah,
supposed to
like
be.
it's a snooze.
Z
like
is in
he's
sleeping.
I think
yeah.
that's what it
Yeah,
means.
was that like a heckler sign? So he holds that up or something?
guess.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's got to be. What else
It's
could
probably
it be?
referencing again something I don't know about.
So is the computer supposed to be a reference to the YouTube stuff?
It might be.
It's
I'm
gotta
guessing it's
be.
a reference to the Muppets Now.
Okay.
Maybe.
Did they use computers in that?
It's supposed to be a web series in Muppets Now.
But I don't remember these two being a part of it.
Oh,
I
wait,
assume
no,
they're in there. I
was
guess
a
I didn't really
web
see enough of it.
series. Oh,
It could be a reference to either, I guess. Definitely something along those lines, either YouTube or Muppets Now.
Since it's in possession of the old man himself and not like Scooter or any of the other characters, I gotta assume it's the YouTube.
Okay. Well, that's nice if it is. Alright, we've got one more here, and it's the Swedish Chef.
Hey, my boy.
it's me. That's cool.
He's got a little
Oh.
vegetable here.
It's a little whisk.
Is the whisk a new piece?
No.
Cord stepped away for a moment. So what else has it been in then, Mace? Do you know?
I don't, but I gotta assume it showed up in one of those friends' bakeries at some point.
You'd be surprised with this stuff. I'm
Hmm.
trying to... Okay, there
Yeah, let
is
me-
one on Brick Owl. So, okay, it's not...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing... Oh, it was in Friends. They're not Lego Friends theme, but the apartments, the sitcom Friends.
Oh.
But it was in also the Lego Friends. Oh, it first appeared
knew
the
it.
Gourmet Chef CMF.
Oh, right.
That one also came with a strawberry pie, so it is... I do wish the Swedish Chef also came with another molded piece, but yeah, it's alright. I really like the
I'd
figure.
rather have a tomato character than another molded piece, personally.
It kind of looks like his face is detachable in a way. Like, is it?
I'm sure it's
fixed?
not.
I mean, it just looks. You know what? He's not fat in the Muppets, but imagine if they gave him like the bomber belly for the like. minifigure. For some reason, like
Now,
he should
if we
be
reboot the
larger.
Muppets, the Swedish Chef should just be fat suddenly.
Not like morbidly obese, but like
just like pot belly.
Chunky, chunky.
Yeah,
Like he
comfortably
enjoys
chunky.
his own cooking.
Like
he's getting
maybe a little
older.
thinner than Pearson.
Yeah,
from
if
Red
we do it
Dead.
with like all the Muppets, be like aged up a little bit now.
Yeah, we can salt and pepper his mustache.
Although we will make Waldorf and Statler a little younger.
Yeah,
Just like add a little bit more color to their hair.
We won't explain it ever, but every season they'll just get like a couple years younger until it's like super noticeable, but we never address it. And then eventually they stop
Classic.
heckling, and then they try to like get into the show itself or whatever. That'd be
Or
pretty
create a
fun.
show that's more popular.
Yeah, that. They don't move or whatever, but eventually they just like Benjamin Button. They're just babies, and then like we're like 15 seasons in, and then they're just babies up on the
For the Muppets, though, that
stands.
actually sounds like a bit that'd be done in a single episode.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I'm thinking like long term, like
Mm.
Like a
that should
season
be
at
funnier.
least.
Yeah, that would be super funny.
It's a bold idea, but it might work.
Oh yes, I can see it now.
But yeah, I think that's all of them.
Me
Overall, I think it's a pretty good series. There are a few that are missing. That would
I think
been
that's
nice
on
to get.
purpose.
Think there's
So
gonna
they
be
can do
series
another
2?
one.
I'm gonna buy
they
all these,
want
actually,
to
I
be
think.
open to the possibility of a series.
Oh yeah, there's definitely, because I don't think they're gonna like blow their whole thing with just this. Like if they had all the iconic, and then like the next batch that comes out, it would just be all like the sub ones or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I think the next couple,
I would like if they'd like to. I think I will buy this entire set. I think it's cool enough. It's something I'd like to see more of from Lego, so I'll probably try and get all of them.
Mm.
So, do you guys plan on getting any of them, or I'm gonna be the only one here?
I'm definitely planning on getting the set for my mom, at least for Christmas. So
Mace,
I was gonna try and track them down before Mother's Day, but yeah, don't think it's gonna happen.
are you gonna pick up any of them, Mace?
I think I might get the set.
The whole thing?
Maybe. Yeah, but on the other hand, it is a little pricey.
Yeah,
I
it is a
kinda
lot.
have
That's why
more than I
remember they are
need.
$5 now, so I'm surprised so many people are going for the whole thing. Like, I know this is gonna be an investment for me.
Yeah, I mean, I could make so many thousands with what I have. I could get at least 3,000 selling off what I own.
That's true.
It is patently true. I own a lot of rare stuff that I got from fools who didn't know what they were selling me.
I actually don't think I own an entire CMF series of any of them, so this could be my first one I complete. Oh no, I have all the Ninjago ones. I just got them later. Never mind.
You see, the thing that makes me want the whole thing is the Muppets are an ensemble.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun.
It definitely lends itself to CMF very well.
I'm hoping that they'll go down on Bricklink, like the prices. I mean,
Okay, if they ever go
yeah,
on sale on Amazon, maybe I'll.
because like a lot of the stuff from like Harry Potter and Marvel, I got those off Bricklink for way cheaper.
Yeah, you can
than they
often
were
get
charging.
CMFs cheaper at Bricklink.
Yeah,
I
and I still got a lot of them. I did get complete. Some of them I did get.
A lot of the time it's without
incomplete, but
accessories.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some of them it's like when I add in the accessories, even like because some stores have that where they like separate the accessories and then the minifigure. But even adding in the accessories, it's still like
I'll probably
it's still
go
cheaper.
to a store and just like feel some bags and
Yeah.
get them. But all
Yeah.
right, before we end here, let's go through everyone. What Muppets not included? Name 3 at least that you'd like to see. Yeah, I'll
we
start
need
with
not-
Ryan.
Uncle Deadly. We
Bluter.
need Dr. Teeth. And
The
we
Phenomena guy.
need. Shoot, I need a third one. We need Rizzo, of course.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
So yours are Rizzo, Deadly, Dr. Teeth, or Ryan, near 3.
Oh yeah, Scooter, the Phenomena guy, and
yeah.
and Snookums.
Snookums. Wait, oh, is that the
You mean
bear?
Sweetums. You mean Sweetums.
Oh,
Sweetums.
Sweetums. Okay, Sweetums. Yeah.
Not Snookums. Sweetums.
Ford.
Oh, I'm not familiar enough
Okay.
with the Muppets.
Well, I
to
was
know.
Just make up a
Yeah.
couple names. Ganondorf.
Bebo, Ganondorf.
Oh, I want Sam
Yeah.
Eagle.
Mitty.
I'd love to see Lucas from Mother.
But no, I think the big one for me is Sam
He's a
Eagle.
heck of a Muppet.
That one needs to be.
Oh, Sam Eagle. Yeah. No, yeah.
I wonder
Um,
what that would look like.
I think they
He's
have
the
the winged
blue
minifigure
bird.
body already
Or I
from
don't
like
know
the
if I've
chicken
seen
suit
that.
guy.
The
Oh,
Blue Bird
yeah.
Man. The Blue Bird Man.
I don't know, because would that like work proportionally? You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Just as
Sam's
well as
Sam's one of the
Kermit.
larger.
Oh yeah. There's like a couple other ones though that like I'm totally missing that obviously we would like to see though. Like what are the blind spots here?
Also, Master Oshawott naming some Muppets from the Sesame Street. I think most of these, like Grover, Cookie Monster, Oscar, I believe those are all
yeah.
in the Sesame Street set, aren't they?
I would like to see Demonic Elmo, Oscar, and a proper Cookie Monster.
Like
Yes.
I want to see
But,
the
okay, we're
Kermit that
talking
commits
about-
suicide.
That'll be my
Muppets.
three.
Muppets.
But as far as like the Disney Muppets license goes,
Oh.
so yeah, we already named Scooter.
there's like surely there's
Jumping
like,
off a building, Kermit. We need jumping off a building, Kermit.
This can be
no,
that.
it's literally just like a sidewalk piece and just says Kermit Lane there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
That's
it's
what I want.
It's like
Oh,
remember the
Pepe.
gingerbread house?
Oh,
I don't know how they
yeah,
do it,
okay.
but because he also have to have Pepe has 4 arms and he's small. How would they do it? But
That'd
Go,
be-
Madonna Pepe.
yeah, just giant Pepe.
Classic.
Hey, whoa, we're bringing construction back. And
It's the
we've
Oh,
got
there's
Pepe
also that
Pepe.
other
Big
bear.
guys.
Is it Boo or Bo? or
No,
something?
you're close though. You're close.
What is it?
Who?
The bear.
It's
He's
the photorealistic bear.
He's the guy. He's like almost always the bad guy's assistant in the movies. The large
It's
bear.
a photorealistic. Photorealistic bear, man. Urgh.
I don't know. Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What's his
I know you're
name?
talking. I don't know what his name is. He's just bear.
I'm googling bear Muppet, and hopefully that'll bring.
No, it is
something.
Bobo.
Is it?
Oh, I thought you said.
I said
I thought you said
Bo, and
something
I think that's
else.
because they call him Bo in the show.
I thought you said boo.
I said Bo or Boo. I don't remember which.
Okay.
Boo.
Okay. I thought it was boo.
We need we need Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And I know Leo listening, his ears perked up with that one. Yeah.
Oh, Leo's just tired typing.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, I'm trying to think.
Leo, give me a Hulk Hogan quote for us to end on.
America, brother.
Buy me some Muppets, brother. Oh, he's typing. Okay.
No, he's not. I told him to grab a timestamp for our list of podcasts features.
No, give me a quote. Give me a quote.
I don't think he's listening to the audio currently.
Give me a quote. No.
Well then.
Oh yeah, and Zoot.
Which
Yeah,
one
the
is
rest
Zoot?
of the
He's the guy
band
with
is
the
a no-brainer
saxophone.
for sure.
Oh, the chill guy. I remember
Well, they need
one thing I
Floyd,
remember him the
too.
most is from the like really like it's almost like a non-joke, but the smoke gets in your eyes number. He doesn't have eyes, but he
Yes,
still
I
acts
heard.
like it bothers him. So he
Mhm.
plays the song like normal, and the like he doesn't have eyes, so it shouldn't bother him, and then it does, and that's the joke, and it's so not funny that it's really funny.
So it's still funnier than ABC Muppets.
It's like if Pickle Rick was funny, like as a concept, but
For
I don't know.
ABC Muppets is no longer the low bar.
You know what
Muppets now is.
that reminds me of? It's like Steve Martin humor, sort of, where it's like non-humor,
Mhm.
anti-humor almost. That's what peak Muppet stuff is.
Mhm. Wasn't Steve Martin on the show like twice too?
Also, man, you guys probably have no idea who he is at all. Maybe like whoever listens to this podcast might know though, because he's fairly well known. But like, it would be so funny if you somehow were able to get the streamer Germa985 to get involved with the Muppets. That would be so funny.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, none of you guys know who I'm talking about, but I'll have to show you some videos after this. It's like he's like an anti-streamer or whatever. It's really great.
All right, well, I think that's going to do it for us today. As always, in the description, link to our Discord server. Join in for discussion on all the latest LEGO news, as well as video games and other hobbies. We've got channels for there. We've got a good community of people there. Currently discussing why the hats are not up for sale in the LEGO VIP Center. I'm very
Are we
confused.
talking about,
Only
like-
No, they released like human hats. There
Human
was,
hats.
There's like a
Human
classic
hats.
space hat
They are
and
made
then
of
like
human.
an octane hat for VIP points.
I'm just thinking, this is another like anti-humor bit, but just a guy and he's selling human hats, and it's just a normal hat, but he calls it human hat. And then his competitor is like, okay, why anti-human hat? So he sets up a stall like next to him, and he's selling anti-human hats. But like, there's no discernible difference between the hats at all. It's just that one, like there's no difference. They're just, it's a human hat.
Yeah, man, we'd be good at this. Too bad some of us chose to have successful careers instead of writing comedy.
Not all of us could be Bill Burr, okay, Liam? And not all of us could be Dave Chappelle either, because none of us are black. So,
man, Norm Macdonald could have actually written some good stuff for the Muppets.
I know. Yeah, this is all like Norm Macdonald stuff too, like anti-humor. Like the joke is that the joke is bad, pretty much with Norm.
Yeah, he would have done so well.
Like the bit he does with the whole like that's what the Germans would have you believe.
Yeah,
that's like perfect. That's the whole.
I mean,
human
the
hat
fact
thing.
that he has like the SNL experience, which is sketch-based comedy, it would have totally been up his alley.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he could have run that show really well. I think actually,
it's kind of a shame. Like his career should have been way more than what it ended up being.
I guess people didn't think he was funny.
I don't know. I mean,
he
was kind of flew under the radar until he passed for me, honestly. And it's weird because then I started noticing. I knew he was in stuff, and I always found him funny, but it never like stood out. I never connected it.
I knew about him, but
I don't think he ever really wanted to be that big.
Which is respectable. I can respect that.
If only he would have been a bit more selfless and
buy the rights
to
the Muppets, and then let us.
Elon Musk on SNL, though, remember he has no idea how to do sketch comedy.
No, he doesn't have to run anything. Just buy it for us, please.
Just buy it and have us write it.
Yes, just.
Oh, that'd be nice.
See, no, the Musk SNL stuff is like anti-humor, but like legitimate anti-humor.
I mean, look, I might be okay with him buying Twitter, but I will never forgive him for crashing Dogecoin.
No,
okay?
The most we laughed during SNL was watching Liam's $5,000 worth of Dogecoin plummet every time Elon Musk opened his mouth. Every time Elon Musk opened his mouth, Liam lost like $200, and it was so funny.
Ryan's like, no, stay in.
Yes. See, the thing is, have you checked Dogecoin? It's probably gone up a lot.
No, it's gone way further down. It's like
just recently with the acquisition of Twitter. Because you know what's going to happen? There's going to be some kind of like Dogecoin implementation on Twitter at some point.
I think he's done with that.
Bones. Oh, really, Liam? You think you're done with that? Do you really think that? Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to go all in again? Double or nothing?
I'm never again going to take investment advice from you taking investment advice from Reddit.
Well,
the thing is, if I would have known when to sell, I actually would be pretty wealthy at the moment.
I would have doubled my own investments too. I barely got back. I was in the hole by like $50 too, which is like anything comparable to you.
I'll forever be in the hole. All right, but yeah, like I said, link to the Discord server below. Also link to the Twitter, which I am updating now. We'll see how long that lasts. It could change at any moment. And final link, we are on Rumble as well. I have, as of today, uploaded all of the episodes since episode like 290 to Rumble.
And
we actually get ad revenue there.
Well.
What was that?
Check us out on Truth Social too.
We used to have way more social media back in the day. I disabled the majority of it because it was just.
Well, it's like Facebook must have just been a pain to update all the time.
Oh, it was.
Just an ugly eyesore of a site.
But yeah, we are on Rumble. Rumble's actually a really nice platform. They've got a really nice app as well. In many ways, I prefer them to YouTube to watch stuff. Except there is some features they could add, like it doesn't like pick up that well when you like come back to a video later. So in that case, it could do a bit better. But streaming the videos is really good. Site loads much faster than YouTube. So I quite like the site. So I've been putting up our videos there, as well as a selection of some of our greatest hits. Like I think there's a Cooking Hero Factory up there, a Spicy Food Challenge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someday you'll no longer be ashamed of it, Orion. Oh yeah, and my dragon tier list is in there too. So
Yes.
join us every week. Our normal time is Monday at around 9 p.m. EST. Hopefully, if it does change, check out the Discord server for updates. So for Ford, Mace, Orion, myself, LQ, thank you for listening. We'll see you on the next episode.